Yeah, but it's been a good week, man. I'm really excited. 4 goals,
this guy, man.
clean sheet, nice win.
You say it's not been a good week?
I said, listen to this guy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You don't think it's been a good weekend?
Who?
Oh yeah,
The sunshine, it's been a night.
I totally forgot about
This
you.
guy
Know?
ain't talking anything.
I totally forgot, you know. Jeez. Like my goddaughter got christened today, innit? Like,
Yeah, that's the only good
the
thing.
sun out and, you know, being
the only
with the
good
fam. And then Arsenal losing a 2-0. It's been a good day.
Next week can't come quick enough, boy.
But I'm telling you what, the Premier League have set Man United up, you know.
In grass, what do you mean? As in?
We've played so many home games already.
Oh yeah.
They've set us up, man. We've played Chelsea at home. We've played Leicester at home now, and we've got Arsenal at home coming up. The only away game we've got you at home. We've got Liverpool at home. So the only away game is Man City. So second half of the season comes round. Bare away games. Yeah. They've set man up. They've set us up.
We got you on New Year's Day.
Yo, we are back again, people, ladies and gents. This is
boys and girls.
Boys and girls, yes. Yeah. Ladies and gents, boys and girls. This is episode 9, and this is part 2 of Everyone's a Pundit. We're going to get back into it. We was just discussing Arsenal. That was enjoyable. But there was some other big games at the weekend, some big ones, man. And we'll start off with the big shocker. No one didn't expect Norwich 3, Man City 2 at Carrow Road.
Pure accumulators must have bust after that.
Pure accumulators bust up.
Yeah.
I mean, we do. Just to break it down for everyone that doesn't know, we do it's like a rolling bet called Last Man Standing. So every week you pick a team, and then if that team wins, they have to win. They can't draw. If they win, then you go through to the next round. But in each round robin or each round of you can't pick the same team. So if you pick Man City one week, you can't pick them again. So obviously you're looking at the fixtures and you're thinking, what's a favourable fixture? And I picked Man City.
So did I.
Thinking that it was going to be, I was like, okay, Man City might concede 1 or 2, but because Norwich play expansive football, Man City will spank them basically in the end. And obviously, I'm out now.
Didn't happen.
They lost.
Both of you two are out, innit?
So shocking.
And that was what if you watched part 1, you would have seen that I said something to Jason about LMS, and that's what it is. Pat's just giving you the context behind it. But what I found interesting about that game was a few things. So early in the EAP series, I said about, will Man City regret not replacing Vincent Kompany? Because for me, Stones I don't rate anyway. I don't rate Otamendi, and now Laporte is out as well.
Yeah,
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. So
6 months.
Should have bought Maguire then, shouldn't they?
But
there you go,
but they weren't ready to spend that P.
They didn't. They basically didn't think he was worth the money.
I don't think it's that, I think this is the argument that I was having with Nick that time, is when we was talking about Walker and being axed out.
Yeah.
It's like Man City have, I think they have a model, isn't it? That, and I don't think they spend over a certain amount, because
more than
65 mil is been their world record sort of fee. So I literally think that Maguire was too expensive for their business model. Again, I don't know. I'm just speculating. That's what I believe, though. So I think if they wanted Maguire, but they wouldn't want to spend that money, or they don't rate him as being that much. One of the two.
One or the other. But yeah, it's looking like it might come back to bite them in now, because obviously. Yeah, the second and third choice centre backs are nowhere near as good.
Yeah, I don't know what Otamendi was doing yesterday.
And this is their problem that they're going to have now, Jay. It's because Pep has a certain way of playing football, and he has this way of playing football, and he employs people to play that way of football. That's why Joe Hart got bombed out straight away.
Chloe Bravo didn't make it as well as the goalkeeper.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Really ping and pass with his feet,
and that's why he bought John Stones, in my opinion, because John Stones very good with the ball at his feet.
He doesn't even play now, does he?
But John Stones is a liability. That's why he don't play.
Hasn't pressed on. Everyone thought he would improve and take it to the next level. and he hasn't really done
He
that.
makes mistakes, and you can't trust him.
That's it.
So now Pep's left with a way of playing, which is playing from the back and playing on the floor and all of that. He's not got the defenders to do it.
So when Laporte is in, who's partnering with Laporte?
Otamendi, it's been this season, hasn't it?
Usually, Laporte is always set, and then it just
it's rotate. Yeah, because I think Scott Stones and company played similar amount of games last season, didn't they?
Laporte was set. He was always certified. He was always there. And then it would just be whoever Pep wanted to go with at the time.
Yeah, depending on the game.
Losing Laporte is huge for them.
And this is what I'm fearing now, boys. Is I'll be real. Like I've said, if you can't keep goals out, the only positive with City is the fact that they control so much of the football. They don't necessarily have to defend that much. But you saw against Norwich with teams that are actually quite good attacking wise and clinical players, man like Pookie and that, you can cause problems, man. And then if a team is really gonna do that bank of 11 man behind the ball, it's gonna be hard to break them down.
And obviously Carl Walker's looking like a liability as well. And I said this before. I said when they obviously brought in Cancelo, I said Walker's on the way out. Yeah. And a few people were like, you've been a bit harsh. He's been the starting right back for X amount of years and this and that. But Nick,
you will never admit that you were wrong. But you were wrong, mate.
For the second goal.
Yeah,
he kept them on side, didn't it?
Yeah. Kept them on. And you know that there's a problem between. I think there's a problem between him and Pep anyway, from pre-season. I don't think Pep rates him. He's gone and bought the new right back, innit?
So where's that right back now?
Injured.
He's injured. So once he comes back, you reckon he's gonna start?
I think so.
Bear man got bought in the summer that injured.
It's mad, isn't it? For everyone.
Bear man got bought people that were injured, boy. But
well done to Norwich.
Yeah, that was a good win. That was a good win.
Did you watch it, Joe?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, good win.
They got some useful ballers.
Didn't they have about 8 players out apparently? They said.
Bear man out.
That's mad.
Max Aarons was out.
Yeah.
Who else was out? There's quite a few players out.
See, that's what you're saying. When you got players that can come in and do a job.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
But what you saw yesterday was that fight, determination, but also the quality. When I saw the way they were popping the ball off at certain times, one
doing
touch, two touch, I was thinking, you know what?
They're not afraid to play. You know what I rate as well is that they didn't look at Man City and wilter.
No.
You know, a lot of teams are like, oh, it's Man City, and then they start not believing in themselves. They played their brand of football, and it's like, we'll live and die by the sword. If we lose, we lose, but we're going to play the way we want to play. They didn't try and change it or, you know.
And I rate that because against Liverpool they did that. They got picked off. They should have scored more goals. That was more of a difficult game than what the scoreline suggests.
Yeah, I didn't see that game.
But then a lot of people, a few pundits out there are like, you can't play that. You're gonna get even Stan Collymore I rate as a pundit actually, and he's got his podcast as well. I've started listening to. It's quite good. But he was saying that, you know, and look, it may still happen, but he reckons them playing that way of football is going to get them in trouble.
Who Norwich?
Yeah, but I don't think so. Remember, I didn't put them to go down.
No,
I said Norwich will be a surprise package, and I believe that because I think we saw against City that they can actually defend, man.
Yeah, they can, and they play good football. And they've got a decent goal scorer. Pookie will get you goals.
Pookie will get you goals, man.
And you know what, as well, he's actually quite a tidy passer. He's a lot more intelligent than people think he is.
Pookie looks like a good player.
Yeah, he does.
I'll be honest, I don't really watch the Championship, so I didn't really see him last season. From what I've seen of him this season, he looks like a very useful player, man. And what was my man? Wasn't it Cantwell? Was it?
Cantwell,
The young English guy.
You see his
celebration.
He definitely listens to Afro.
Bro, trust me. He's got a couple Afro man as brethrens.
Yeah, definitely that goal there. Obviously Pookie assisted. Yeah. He had to. I think he had to pass it there.
The shot weren't on. Yeah, but he did. Fair play to him.
But a lot of men wouldn't pass that, you know.
That's the thing. And against even today, Watford, they had chances where they should have like obviously laid the ball off or not shot. Watford are just shooting from crazy angles, blasting it. They're just happy to get a shot off. Yeah, and that shows the level.
What you have there is players with no ego and not they don't want the spotlight. It's all about the team.
All about the team.
You know. Because it's about the right decision making. For me, certain times, I've said before, Rashford annoys me because in certain situations I'm like, just pass the ball off. He's always trying to shoot. Do you know what I mean? So I rate that what Peaky done. It was a good game, man. That was a really good game. Another good game at the weekend. We'll move on. Was your boys?
Yeah, that's it. Spurs, we're back. We got a pep in our step. Excuse the pun.
Pep in your step.
When one pet fails, the other one doesn't. So yeah, let's do this. 4-0.
What was you lot saying? What are you saying about your result
happy,
there?
Man. I mean, because obviously one of my concerns was that we weren't playing our brand of football. You know, like from like the 15-16 season, we were like quite. You know, we pressed with intent. We scored a lot of goals. We used to pop the ball around, and I saw that again in the first half. Second half, it annoyed me a bit because we took our foot off the gas. We could have easily scored.
You were 4-0 up at half time, though.
Up at half time, so in a sense, it kind of frustrated me because I wanted to see a few more goals. But then I'm also glad because sometimes when you go in with such a big lead, you take your foot off the gas defensively as well, and you end up conceding 1 or 2, and that 4-0 lead becomes like 4-1 or 4-2, and it doesn't look as good. Yeah. So to get 4 goals, keep a clean sheet. That's a brilliant win, man.
Very, very rarely do you see a team go 3-0 up, 4-0 up at half time and then still come out and then win the next half. Because it's about managing the game from then, innit? Not getting injuries and all of that sort of stuff.
Yourself.
What do you think about your neighbours across the road there, Jay?
The performance yesterday?
Yeah.
The tour Palace of
and Palace are a team Palace are a team that have given every top 6 team a problem over the last few seasons. They've gone to all the other grounds and picked up a win.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't last year, it was the year before. They beat City last year.
They beat Man United this year.
They beat Man United this year. They beat you guys.
They beat us last year.
So like,
they beat you last year, yeah.
They beat us last year. They beat you this year, didn't they?
They did beat us this year.
Like we were saying, when you look at Palace's team sheet, there are players on
a little dirty dig there.
That can cause you problems. So yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm really happy.
No, it was.
Son looked lively.
Yeah,
Son was such a good player.
I couldn't believe it because like I came in from taking my son on his bike.
Yeah.
And I must have gone at least like 20 minutes after, and it was like 3-0 Tottenham. I'm like, what? Are you sure? I thought Palace would have come there at least. Because you thought it'd be a bit tricky at one point. And I was thinking, when I saw 3-0, I was like, nah, man.
And then when I saw 4, I was like,
it's game over.
You knew the pressure was on us.
I knew. I was thinking. Obviously, I was hoping that Leicester probably score against you lot. It wouldn't be so bad because I knew Tottenham's game was just that was a wrap. But when you lot won, and then obviously Tottenham already won it by half hour, I was like, that's when I put my tweet out, innit? And I put it in the group as well. I was a bit worried because I knew what was coming, boy. And also I spoke to you about the pain. I put pain in one of the tweets. You're gonna feel some pain today.
Oh my gosh, you're lucky I forgot about that in the first part. You know.
Oh my
Jason tried to think about. Let's see who's gonna feel some pain tonight. About me, you know. And he's the one feeling that pain today.
Can I say one more thing about the Spurs game? It's like. Aurier's been obviously thrown into the.
Oh yeah, he scored, didn't he?
Well, no, he didn't score, but he got an assist.
Oh, the assist.
Basically he crossed the ball and then.
It was OG by Van Arnold. Yeah.
Here in. Aurier tried to claim it, or whatever, but it was an own goal. But he one of his pass to Son. For our 3rd goal, I think it was a sweet cross.
What the sweet?
Yeah, where Son came in
and the left foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
That's Son's 2nd goal. I mean, contender of goal of the season, goal of the month season.
If Aurier can keep his head on and actually not be rash with his decision making, he can be a really good asset for us because it just shows when you play basically the right player in the right position how different we looked. Because down the left we've always got Danny Rose. He's a brilliant left back, and obviously he can run up and down and pass the ball and this and that. But the right has been a bit of a problem for us because we haven't had a proper right back there. And when Aurier played there. Obviously, Aurier can dribble. He can go past a player. He's bringing width, and he's pinging in passes and crosses, and it made us look so much better.
Can the argument be though that it was Crystal Palace at home, and is he able to step up in the bigger games?
That's the thing. But then we also have to say as well, we played Aston Villa at home, and Crystal Palace are better than Aston Villa. Let's be real, and we had big problems in that game, creating chances and creating space until Everton came on. So, yeah, of course it's Palace, with all due respect, it is Crystal Palace, but we did look a lot better with a proper right back in that
Proper right
position.
back. Yeah, I
That
hear
can
that.
actually get at somebody. If you notice, there's a lot of right backs or left backs that they're not real left wingers or sorry, right backs or left backs. So every time they get the ball, they always check back. So they're not actually pushing out, and they're not actually trying to create something. Every time they get the ball,
they don't really know how to play the position.
Exactly.
You get me?
So they check it, they pass it back. It's so boring, and you're just doing the same thing.
Safe,
you've got somebody,
I call it safe play.
Yeah, safe play. They don't want to turn the ball over, but they're not actually doing anything. When you've got a real wing back that can actually go past somebody and is direct and looking to play forward, your team always will have that bit more edge to them. So yeah, I mean that's a good question, and that's something I want to see. Will Aurier be given a chance against the bigger teams? And will he take it? Because so far, I mean, he was put in. He hasn't played since January or February. He hasn't started since then, and he took his chance. So
they said how how Poch had a conversation with them. Before the game, innit?
Okay.
With Spurs, with the team.
Right.
Apparently, like a clear the air sort of talk.
Okay.
And boy, that might be the performance where Spurs kick on now, because you lot haven't looked good so far.
Vertonghen played yesterday, so that's
we played our strongest team basically. Vertonghen, and Eriksen,
Danny
Rose, Aurier,
Son, Kane.
Lamella played as well. Lamella's been doing good. He's been creating, assisting. I know he's chalk and cheese. Some people like him, some people don't. But so far his output has been decent. And then we had Ndombele and Dele Alli on the bench. So we look good. We look good.
What did you make of Chelsea, Jay?
I was shocked when I saw that scoreline as well. You get me? I wasn't expecting that, boy. Like even before half time, they were what? 4-0 up by
3-0 or 4-0, something like that.
It was a scoreline to feel like raw against Wolves. Where it seems like the Europa's taken its toll already, boy, on Wolves. You get me? But Chelsea, Lampard's he's doing a job so far, boy. I can't really complain. Like, you get me?
Tammy Abraham's banging the goals.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think he'd be scoring as much as he is now. He's doing it, man. I'm glad.
He's
even looked like he killed Cody.
Oh,
man give him the slip.
And right, his little.
And he's 6'5" as well.
Who is?
Tammy Abraham.
Is that how tall he is?
6'5".
You know what?
Do you think that, boy?
Bits like that.
He's impressing me, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Apparently, that what's his name? What's his name? The defender.
Cody.
Yeah, apparently he's meant to be Wolves' best defender.
He's a good defender. Alright, Cody.
And that's what my man did to him.
So Conor Cody's from Liverpool, and he's come up through the Wolves.
He's not a mug, man. He's not a mug, man. So when you see he actually, apparently he gave him a torrid time all afternoon.
Because the argument before for Abraham is that he was only, even though it's a threat, he was scoring against
championship teams.
But now he's done it against a certified Premier League.
He's got a hat trick. And that hat trick goal was. I was like, you know what? I have to give it. And look, it's game week 5, but the way it's going so far, it's very different to how I thought it would go. And Chelsea are doing a lot better than what I thought they would do. The brand of football that they're playing, the players, like, who the hell is this Tomori guy?
You see that goal he scored?
Who is he?
He was on loan at Derby last season, and I think
him too. Another Derby.
And I think he was their player of the season.
Serious?
Season,
Again, I don't know who this guy is. I'm just seeing him score bangers, and I'm thinking he's just bringing in all of these young man, Derby man, and all, and they're playing well.
Like that championship. The transfer embargo was probably the best blessing in disguise you could have for these guys, because they've got a team full of young ballers that would have never played.
And they're actually ballers,
ballers. So I said it. I think they'd be alright. I didn't. After you guys brought in all the players you brought in, I said that you guys will probably finish above them.
Oh yeah, the second best front three in the league.
Yeah, but I do think Chelsea will be fine. They won't finish 7th or 8th or 9th like some people.
They'll be up there, man.
No. They're gonna fight for top 4.
Yeah.
The way it looks at the moment, they're gonna be a strong contender for top 4, boy. Man United and Arsenal gotta watch out.
When they play against like the big teams, that's when, because obviously they got smashed by you guys.
That would be a good test.
But you know what I would say is it was first game of the season, innit?
So do you think if that was now, you think it'd be probably slightly different?
I think it would, you know. Well, yeah.
It's hard to say, to be fair.
It is hard to say.
They're youngsters, and until you put them in that situation, you don't know. It's sink or swim. You don't know. So I
think it is. I think it is hard to say, but the way on current form at the moment, they're playing better.
Yeah.
They're playing a better brand of football than Man United are. Do you know what I mean?
They're scoring a lot of goals.
They're scoring goals. They're creating chances.
Is it 11 scored, 11 conceded?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was just about to say, you took the words out of my mouth.
So that's a problem in itself.
Goals, and that's obviously the good teams. You'll get your chances.
And you know what's funny actually? So probably there wouldn't have been a different scoreline because when we played them first game of the season, they did create chances. Yeah, but they did play well.
Yeah, you're right.
But then we scored 4 goals, and that's what the issue is, isn't it? That they've still conceded 4. But yeah, man, Chelsea doing bits right now, man. They're surprising me.
They're going to be taking points off a lot of teams. And
it's looking like the top 2, City and Liverpool is done. Yeah. I think Spurs again will be assuring, and I literally think it's probably going to be a shootout, man, for that last spot for United, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's far off. It's pretty much what I said. Yeah, my top 4, that 4 spot changed all the time depending on how I felt. I've said United, I've said Chelsea, I've said Arsenal. I do think, I think the top 6 is the top 6. It's just, we'll see how it ends up. I think Liverpool and City are certified, and then I think we'll finish 3rd. But again, we have to now start pushing on because the first few performances weren't that great. And then obviously the rest it's up for grabs. It is. It's really up for grabs.
Well, we're gonna have to wrap up soon, but just touching on United.
Another win.
It's
clean sheet.
It's a clean sheet and 3 points. To be honest, that's probably as much as I can really take from the game. in all honesty, I'm just gonna be real, man. You know, I had a lot of high hopes for United because of we addressed the defensive situation. I've been pretty consistent with the fact that I think having a solid base gives you the springboard to go forward and do well. But where we're really lacking is creating chances, man.
But to be fair, you had 3 of your main players out yesterday.
And if I'm honest, I thought we was gonna lose.
Yeah.
You know, we had Pogba out, we had Martial out, and they're the 2. We had Luke Shaw out. Not really 2. It's Pogba and Martial.
Them 2 make a difference, though.
Leicester were a good team.
And we're playing Matic and Mata, like players that I don't think should be playing. So you know what? I'll actually take that result.
Yeah,
I'll take that result all day long. But the positives are is that we kept a clean sheet and we got the 3 points. But and he made some changes in the second half, which seemed to give us a bit more control over the game because Leicester controlled the game, but he brought on Fred for Matic and he brought on little young Chong for Mata. Because watching Mata trying to do the press is just
it's like he's running in treacle. His legs are gone.
Yeah, quicksand, man. It's like
I'm surprised he's still getting the game. Why is he playing? I mean, why is he playing in front of Fred?
Pat, I'm like free Fred innit. Hashtag free Fred. Fred needs to play.
50 M's on him, and he's a decent player. Why
Fred wouldn't be playing that further forward, but Fred should definitely be playing in this team now. And you just never quite know what's really going on behind the scenes. But there's certain players that should be playing ahead of Mata and ahead of Matic and all of that. And until I see that happening, I don't really see there being much change, man. But look, we played a good team in Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester are a good team. They've got good midfielders. And many people argued their midfield is better than ours. And they got striker in Vardy that a lot of people are saying is better than ours as well. You know, Rashford.
Yeah, I mean, Leicester were my pick for 7th, and I do think if anyone is to break into the top 6, which I don't think, but it would be Leicester.
Yeah,
they've got a certified coach in Brendan Rodgers, and obviously, as we know, they've got a really good team.
So far, I'll take that. But I'm telling you what, the Premier League have set Man United up. You know,
in grass. What do you mean? As in,
we've played so many home games already.
Oh yeah,
they've set us up, man. We've played Chelsea at home. We've played Leicester at home now. And we've got Arsenal at home coming up. The only away game, we've got you at home, we've got Liverpool at home. So the only away game is Man City. So second half of the season comes round, bare away games. They've set man up. They've set us up.
We've got you on New Year's Day.
Is it? New Year's Day.
Who's home or who's away?
That's gonna
We're
be
at home.
away. Yeah, because we got them at home in a couple of weeks. So
That's a big game, man.
watch this space, boy. I'm now hella worried about that second half of the season. If our form don't turn better, then we can struggle because we're not doing well on the road.
Boy.
We're not doing well. We ain't won on the road since PSG.
Really? Jeez. You know these things that just build up and then all of a sudden there's a meme. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Not since we ain't won on the road since PSG.
When was that? That was what? Was that April?
Yeah, but it's been a good week, man. I'm really excited. 4 goals,
This guy, man.
clean sheet, nice win.
You say it's not been a good week?
I said, listen to this guy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You don't think it's been a good weekend?
Who?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's been a night.
I totally forgot about you.
Guy
Know?
talking anything.
I totally forgot you. Know, jeez. Like, my goddaughter got christened today, innit? Like,
Yeah, that's the only good
the
thing.
sun out, and you know, being
the only
with the
good
fan, and then Arsenal losing a 2-0. It's been a good day.
Next week can't come quick enough, boy.
Boy, we're in the Europa, innit?
I was about for the league, bro.
I'll see.
Oh yeah, Champions
Aston
League
Villa.
kicks off this Wednesday.
Yeah, Champions League,
Tuesday and
Europa.
Wednesday, yeah.
And you know what? I'm looking forward to it because we get to play. Hopefully, he plays the kids and they put in a performance, and then they can
Get
come
some
in.
confidence.
Yeah, because we got West Ham. I think it's West Ham away next week.
That's gonna be difficult.
But boys, thank you very much for coming through again.
No problem. Always a pleasure.
Man, like Mr. Jason Alex, come on. And thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your support. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed, and if you're new to the channel, or if you're not new but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I should have actually said earlier, man, like the social media, the Twitter and the Instagram is up in the top corners as well. Follow us on the social media.
I'm back on Twitter now as well, so I can engage with all you guys.
Yes.
I jumped back on just for this.
Patrick Tyron is about now on Twitter.
I'm active.
And then yeah, man, once the banter keeps flowing, just keep following us, man. Keep supporting. We're gonna grow. We're gonna keep going. But anyway, until next week, people. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again. Bless.
Peace.